Northeast Ohio is home to many great chefs, and some have even become national celebrities. But if you think all they care about is what goes on in the kitchen, well, you better think again. Hi, I'm Lauren Wilson, and this is Beyond the Dish, where we showcase local eateries that have interesting stories about their decor, history, artwork, basically everything but the food. In this episode, we'll take you to Avon and tell you why a chef named his smoker after his mother-in-law. And then we'll head to a diner in Kent where the decor is as eclectic as the menu. We'll also visit a place in Lakewood where murals and melted cheese are the chef's obsession. That's all coming up right here, right now, so stick around as we go Beyond the Dish. In this edition of Beyond the Dish, we'll not only bring you restaurants that have interesting stories to tell, but they also have one thing in common. They cater to meat eaters. And speaking of serving meat, I'm kind of at what you could call a meat lovers convention. It's the National Hamburger Festival here in Akron, Ohio. And throughout the show, we're gonna bring you the sights and smells of all the things here at this annual festival. But first, I met up with a chef whose professional football career doesn't even begin to top his passion for the grill.
Welcome to Bubba's Q.
This is very cozy. It's not too loud.
The sauce is really awesome.
It's very homey.
Bubba!
How you doing?
See you.
Good to see you.
Twin, you know,
Oh, yeah.
we're kind of like twins.
We planned it.
We planned this, yes we did. So tell me a little bit about how long have you had Bubba's Q?
Well, the company was formed in 1990, but this location's been open since 2005.
You know what, I saw some lockers when I was walking in. Where are those from? Did those used to be?
Those are from the old Cleveland Brown Stadium. It wasn't my locker, but I wanted to have a piece of that building. And if you'll notice, there's some signatures of players and entertainers that when they come, I ask them to sign the locker.
Because you used to be a football player. Tell me a little bit about your football career.
Well, actually, I started in Detroit and I was Rookie of the Year. I took a break from barbecue to play 13 years in the NFL. Football was my job, Lauren. Barbecue is my passion.
Okay then, all right, now tell me this then.
Yeah.
If that's the case, how does a football player then get into owning a restaurant and doing barbecue?
I think I'd have to take you to the back, show you where I come from.
All right, let's go.
All right. This is what got me into barbecue.
What am I looking at? It looks like a menu.
It is a menu, and it's from my family business in Jacksonville, Florida, Jenkins Quality Barbecue.
How are you a part of this menu?
This is my mother's oldest brother. He was known in Jacksonville as a famous barbecue guy. He literally taught me the business at the age of 5. I started learning the barbecue business and there was never, ever, ever any doubt what I was gonna do. He taught me a specific lesson. That lesson was to keep it simple and focus on what we do.
During your football career, you kind of started a little business on the road.
I would make dishes for me and my roommate. I would bring him barbecue. And so one day on a trip, a guy named James Hunter turned around in his seat and asked me for a pork chop. And I wanted him to leave me alone. And I just blurted out a number and I said, Hunter, if you give me $5, I'll give you a pork chop sandwich. So I gave him one. And the rest of the guys on the plane rushed me, and they were like, come on, Baker, give me a bite, give me a bite. So I sold all 3 of my pork chops. I didn't even eat. And the very next week, I sold 10 of them. And the truth was, I was trying to make these guys leave me alone. And before I knew it, I was in the catering business.
And look where it is now. Well, it's like your uncle taught you to keep it simple, but this patio over here that I'm looking at over here, it doesn't look too simple to me. Can we go check it out?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go. All right, the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
This is where we're at. Now, this looks very familiar,
Yeah.
probably to you, a football field. How did this happen?
My brother-in-law said, hey, you shouldn't be involved with painting the patio. I'll take care of it. I pulled up one day and he took care of it.
Tell me about your family and how they're involved in this whole business.
When I say it's a family business for us, that means everyone. My wife owns the company, it's in her name. My name is on it as the brand. My daughter's the manager, my son's the assistant manager. My grandchildren work here, my brother-in-law works here, my mother-in-law works here.
And you mentioned your mother-in-law, and didn't you name your smokers? Tell me about that.
Since the day we bought it, they gave us a discount because they cannot find the squeak in it. It makes a noise. And so it's a lot like my mother-in-law. It doesn't stop squeaking. So we named it Annabelle.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's all in fun, you know.
It's all in good fun, all in good fun. And speaking of good fun, your daughter is the one that prompted you to do the ABC Shark Tank reality show. How did that happen?
My daughter came to me and said, Dad, I think we'd be great on Shark Tank. And so she sent to me the part about describe your item. And I'm always excited to describe the deboned baby back rib steak.
Right.
And in 3 months, I got a call from the producers. And we were into the Shark Tank development at that point.
You said the deboned ribs. What is that?
That is an actual baby back rib that we have patented. My wife doesn't like to eat with her hands. And I had a problem with that. Here I am. I just told you that I grew up in a barbecue family, and I wind up dating a girl that doesn't like barbecue. And that started us down the path of the deboned rib. This is an actual slab that we remove the bones. We just pop them right out.
Now it is time for you to pick your favorite dish on the menu. And you know what? Those deboned ribs sound a bit appetizing. Is that what's gonna be?
We can do that.
All right, let's do this.
Let's
then.
go.
All right.
All right.
All right.
There we go. All right, so here we go.
Here we go.
This is our patented deboned rib steak, okay?
Okay.
This is crispy sweet potato fries, and this is our creamy macaroni and cheese. But the sauce, that's where it gets you, right? Right there. I mean,
Right there?
that's what barbecue's supposed to do for you. It's supposed to give you an effect when you have it, an experience.
Since this is deboned,
Right.
I need my fork and knife.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's so weird. That's weird. It did hit me.
Right there.
Right there. Gosh, that's some good barbecue. And you know what? I think this is the neatest I have ever eaten ribs before in my life. You have just made me a very happy person. Are you gonna eat some of this?
No, you know what? I actually get more satisfaction out of watching other people enjoy it. That pleases me tremendously.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been so much fun with you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna finish this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As I've been walking around the National Hamburger Festival here in downtown Akron, naturally I've come across a few hamburger enthusiasts. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to see just how much they know about the beefy burger that they say they love so much. So I put them to the test. Let's see how they did. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Question number 1. On average, Americans eat a total of nearly 50 billion burgers per year. So, about how many burgers per person do we eat each week? Is it A, 2 burgers, B, 5 burgers, or C, 3 burgers?
I'm gonna say C.
I would say C.
I'm gonna go with 3.
All right, okay.
All right, I'll take that.
All right, how many parts does the cow's stomach have? Is it A, 4 parts, B, 6 parts, or C, 3 parts?
This might be wrong, but it's all right. I'm gonna say B.
Oh.
I'm gonna guess 4.
My goodness, my friend, that is the right answer. Okay.
All right, I guess.
Yeah, not too bad. All right, last one, moment of
last
truth.
one.
The USDA minimum cooking temperature for ground beef is A, 350 degrees, B, 160 degrees, or C, 200 degrees.
B.
All right, doing pretty good. All right, you know quite a bit. Well,
The minimum?
the minimum.
I want to say it's 160.
Okay.
160.
You would be correct, my friend. Yes, yes. Great job. Great, give us some. Thank you. Now that we put some brains to the test, I'm ready to put the food to the test and try out one of these burgers. And get this booth right behind me, they claim they invented the burger. We'll see all about that in just a minute, but first, I want to take you to this next place that's actually not too far from here. It's located in Kent, Ohio, and I guess the best way to describe it would be organized chaos. Take a look.
How are we doing, guys?
I've been coming here since I was a little kid.
I love Mike's Place. My favorite thing to do is deciding where to sit.
The food's very good.
Take it.
The prices are great.
It's an adventure.
Mike, it's like amazing here.
It is amazing.
Yeah, it is. So we're sitting in a ship right now, which is a little odd. Where did this idea come from?
Well, this used to be part of the original restaurant, and it just had some booths, and it was pretty boring. It's sort of based loosely on the boat from Jaws. But I did let the Kent State College students name it. It came up as Ship Happens, and that was the only clean name I could use.
You almost break like all the interior decorating rules. I mean, an interior decorator would probably go like, wow, crazy in here. Tell me about some of the things that you got going on here.
We got the tequila booth over there, which was inspired when I was in Mexico. We got the Irish pub, you know, since my mother's side of the family's all Irish. And it was named after her great-grandmother. We just sort of wanted to break things up, you know, sort of distract people as they're waiting for their food.
I think you succeeded in that. It is a distraction. So this place didn't always look like this,
No,
though.
it didn't.
I mean, it was kind of like plain Jane, right?
Yeah, it was a country thing. One day somebody brought me a bag of license plates, and then somebody brought me something else, and then somebody brought me something else, and I had no place to put it, so we started putting it up on the walls.
Really?
And as I put it up on the walls, I would slowly take one of those country pieces down. I think when they had the garage sales and the stuff that didn't sell, they would bring to me.
What does your wife think of all of this stuff?
I don't know, it started sort of like a nightmare.
We don't even talk about it anymore. It's better that way.
I hear that you have a bus, too.
Yeah, we got the bus.
Can we go check that out
Yeah,
a little bit?
which way, you want to see the front of it?
Okay, I'm ready. So there's a big old bus here. Where did that come from?
A friend of mine owns the Portage landfill, and he had all these fire engines. As we were walking through looking at all the buses, through all these weeds, I saw the emblem that said Twin Coach, Kent, Ohio. Twin Coach was a major employer for the city of Kent for years.
When did this bus stop running? Do you know?
This was 1947.
Was it in pretty rough shape when you found it? I mean, did you have to
Pretty bad
spruce
shape. Yeah,
it up?
We had to have it. We had to chase the raccoons out of it. We had to clean it down immensely because it had sat out there for 40 years and everything sort of fit together.
Now, I got a question. Is your house like your restaurant? Like, do you just collect stuff at home?
He's not allowed to touch my house.
The backyard's mine, the house is my wife's.
She's like, don't bring that stuff in here.
No.
So you have a lot of things that have to do with travel here. You have a boat, you have a bus, you have an X-Wing, and you have another boat in the back, right?
Right.
Can we go see that?
Sure.
I'm interested of how you kind of fit that in.
Yeah, come
Okay,
on.
let's go try it. Dude, man, this is bizarre. So this ended up on your doorstep.
Right. We thought maybe someone's truck broke down and they stuck it here, so we ended up putting it on a porch for about 4 weeks. See if anyone came back for it. Nobody came back for it.
Nobody came back for it.
We needed a place to put the liquor, so that's where it is now. Months later, two guys were sitting on the bar right here, and He goes, well, I'm glad to see you got our gift. And I said, well, thanks. They said, well, yeah, Mike takes anything, so let's drop it off there.
Of course, because Mike will take anything.
I mean, you never know what you're really doing, but it just comes together.
It's like organized chaos.
Organized chaos.
What we normally do is you get the next 30 seconds to pick your favorite dish on the menu. But I want to switch it up a bit today. And I heard you have a food challenge, right?
We do. It's the Stewinator Challenge. It's a sandwich we made. It's about 7 pounds of meat, and we've had a lot of people try it, and I think only 7 or 8 people have ever finished it.
We do have a challenger, right?
We do have a challenger. He's a football player. He's been training.
Well, let's go check this out. I'm ready to see how much his training has paid off.
Sounds good.
All right, let's roll.
Okay.
Challenger!
What up?
How's it going?
Good.
What's your name?
Cal?
Cal, nice to meet you, Cal. I'm Lauren. Are you ready for this?
I guess so.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got confidence in you. You look like you can do it, so I trust you. He was born ready. Yes, he was born ready. All right, Mike, how about whipping up that sandwich? You ready? All right, let's do this. Woo!
Okay, guys, I'm going to show you how to make this. Okay, this is the beginning of the Stewinator sandwich. This is why you need the extra mayo, because this would sort of clog you up, okay? Sauteed peppers and onions. And there you have it.
Bring it on.
Cow, 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 cow. That is monstrous, dude. You got 30 minutes, right? You sure you can do it?
Give it a try.
We're gonna start the clock right now. Go, 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 go. Woo! You feel like you can do it? Yeah. Come on. You can totally say, you know what, I surrender to the food and I would get it. Do you surrender?
No.
Never, never.
No, I'm good. I'm going. I'm done. Oh.
All right, Cal, man. So you hit the buzzer, you tapped out at 21 minutes. He did good. What do you think? How does he measure up?
Another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust, man. All right, well, good job, Cal. Great job. Whew, Mike, I'm exhausted now. We've had a full day.
Yeah.
So we have a little something special for you. This is a picture of Mr. McFeely. He was the special message guy.
Speedy delivery.
I'm sure you can find a place in Mike's place to put it up,
I
right?
will.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Take care.
Thanks for coming.
All right, bye-bye. There has been quite an ongoing dispute about who the actual creator of the hamburger is. Some say it was a guy in Connecticut, and others say it was some guy in Texas. And then there are those that believe it was Frank and Charles Minch's right here in Akron, Ohio. And with me now is John Minch's, relative and owner of the Minch's Brother Restaurant. And now, John, tell me why you think your family is the true creator of the hamburger.
Lauren, it's really simple. The hamburger was invented in Hamburg, New York in 1885. My great-grandfather was there serving the first ground beef patty.
Okay, now tell me this. So, if they created the hamburger, what happened in the process? Did they just come across it one day?
What happened is sausage was king. You didn't dare sell ground beef. Ground beef was for the poor people. My great-grandfather, he ran out of sausage, he had to go to ground beef. Took that first ground beef patty, fried it up, very similar to what Kim's doing here. My great Uncle Frank says, it's a hamburger. He looked up and saw the Hamburg Fair.
No way.
That's America.
All right.
Now when you taste this burger, I want you to remember this. From this day forward, This will become the standard in which you judge all other hamburgers by. That is the original
Whoa,
creation.
that's pretty serious. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. Wow. I gotta tell you, I don't know if you're the first or the last or the second, that's a pretty darn good burger. That's what I can say. Thank you so much for meeting me here. I appreciate it. And you know, when I think about burgers, I think about all the toppings I can put on them. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, and especially cheese. And in our next segment, we meet a chef who actually took a grilled cheese sandwich and flipped it to make it a full course meal. Sounds kind of crazy. Check it out.
I like the feel. It's weird, it's different, it's Cleveland.
It's fun, it's vibrant.
I always go home with leftovers and it's like lunch for the next day.
The sandwiches are ginormous.
We love Melt! Matt, how are you, my friend?
Lauren.
Good to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me. So tell me a little bit about what we're looking at here.
This is our entrance, and we created this entrance in 2009. Actually, I opened the restaurant in 2006, and it was really a boring painted hallway.
Yeah.
So anyways, I have a good friend of mine named Jake Kelly. I reached out to him and said, hey Jake, how would you like to create a Cleveland-centric mural for me? On one side, it's people walking off the street, coming into Melt.
Okay.
And then the other side is people that are leaving Melt.
Ah.
And the idea behind them is it's a futuristic cityscape of Cleveland. The large people up front are just kind of common Cleveland type people that we recreated. But everybody behind those people are all famous people from Cleveland, Ohio.
Really?
From the past, from the present, not so much from the future,
okay,
but from the past and the present. We got Don King is here, Harvey Picard, Dennis Kucinich is over here. All 5 locations have a mural. All the murals in Cleveland are black and white like this, but actually the mural in Columbus is in full color.
Do you do your research to find out who?
I personally don't. Jake Kelly spends probably the first 3 or 4 weeks before he does the mural, actually spends in the Cleveland Public Library going through the archives of the Plain Dealer and finding famous people, famous signs, famous locations, really oddball kind of stories from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
Even graffiti that may have been covered up 25 years ago. If there's a photograph of it, he's going to reproduce it.
Nice. Well, I want to check out what else you have in the restaurant.
We've got a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, I want to take a look. Can
All
we
right.
go?
We can do whatever you'd like.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. All right. So
welcome.
This is the
welcome
dining
in,
room.
yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the building itself, because the building itself has a little bit of history.
Yeah, this is a 100-year-old building built in the 1920s. It was originally built as a clothing store before Prohibition, and then actually Bud's White Door, it was called the White Door Saloon. It was located down the street in Lakewood. And then after Prohibition, they moved into this storefront, took it over from the clothing store, and actually opened up a bar here in the 1940s, and it's been in existence since then. All the brick exposed is all the original brick from the building. It was actually plaster and lath up here. We tore all that down. We put up a nice new tin ceiling, which matches the tin ceiling on the other side, which is the original tin from the 1920s.
Tell me about the concept of Melt.
I've always wanted to open my own business. I was living in Lakewood at the time, owned a house. I was never thinking about Cleveland or expanding. It was going to be this little storefront restaurant in Lakewood, Ohio. Now I have over 400 employees. We've expanded quite a bit in 8 years. Went from one little storefront to almost 6 locations, but the concept has remained the same. It's gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches, hand-cut fries. I wanted to present it to people in a very comfortable, non-pretentious bar, pub atmosphere where everybody felt welcome. How can I take normal plated entrees that people are familiar with and put those onto a grilled cheese sandwich? So I started playing with the idea at home, and everybody has a feel-good, homey childhood story about a grilled cheese sandwich. So when you walk in, all these visual effects hit you, and then you're coming here for something of this humble, simple grilled cheese sandwich that's presented to you in a very gourmet type way, but it's all tied into those memory triggers.
So what are some things in here that are kind of like stamps of nostalgia for you?
As you look around, I mean, you can see some blow molds up here, you know, the big snowmans, pumpkins. When I was opening this location in 2006, it was getting close to Halloween. So they had this Dracula about this tall. You know, I'd seen them before, and when I was a kid, I'd have them. I just bought it on a whim. I was like, you know, I'm gonna buy this thing. I put it up on top of the bar. After we opened, I just left it up there. So, and then Christmas was coming. I was driving home from here one night, going to my house, and there was a snowman that somebody had thrown out in the trash. Brought it here, cleaned it up, put it up next to it, and then I just started collecting them and finding them. They're up there all the time. Whatever holiday you want to celebrate today, that's the holiday it is. It melts.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Well, actually, I read about a tattoo kind of thing. What is the tattoo deal?
It's the Melt Tattoo family. If you get one of our logos tattooed on you, I'll give you 25% off for life. And then we give everybody their own little individual numbered card. We went with 1 in 2009, and now we're up to almost 600.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I want to get to the food part. I'm going to give you the opportunity.
Ooh. Oh, I can
to
cook?
cook your favorite dish on the menu.
Oh, killer.
I'm going to let you get to the kitchen.
Okay.
Think about what you're going to do.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Think hard.
Big pressure, big
I
pressure.
know, the pressure's on. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
All right.
Awesome.
See ya. Ah, wow. Here it is.
This is a sandwich called the Parmageddon. This is our potato and onion pierogi sandwich. Sharp cheddar cheese, grilled onions, and a vodka sauerkraut that we actually make in the pan with the dish. A nice big pile of hand-cut fries that we produce every day locally here in Cleveland.
So everything's like local. All right, here we go. I'm going in.
Dive in.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little nervous when you said pierogies and vodka cabbage. I'm like, oh Lord, what does he have me eating?
What did I get myself into?
All of those flavors really come together well. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's a really good sandwich.
It's very comforting, it's very homey, it's very comfort food-esque.
Nice. Well, before I go,
Uh-oh.
I have a little surprise for you. I'm
Okay.
really excited about this.
I'm excited to
Are
hear
you
it.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa!
Look at that.
You get 25% off for life
25%
today.
off, yes!
That's
I
awesome.
have to tell you though, it's not a real tattoo. Let me put that caveat out there. How about 15%?
How about 10?
How about 10? Okay, I'll do 10.
Today only.
Today only.
Because it's going to wash it off. Cool.
I can do that.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much. I'm going to actually finish this side. You want to join me?
Yeah, I'm going to join you.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bam. There it is. In my hand right now, ooh, that's hot, is a glazed donut burger. Are you insane? Like, what? This is crazy. It's like a heart attack waiting to happen. And my friend, what is actually on this burger?
Well, we were at the Hamburger Fest, so we decided to step it up a little notch. If you're going to be at the Hamburger Fest, you got to do something a little different. This is the glazed donut, a smoked Gouda cheese, and bacon.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a great combination of like sweet and salty, all mixed in one. My heart's gonna kill me for it later, but I don't care. I've had a great time. I hope you have too. Thanks so much for being with me. From the Hamburger Festival, I'm Lauren Wilson. We'll see you next time.